action for climate and health. Let's empower the Caribbean. Take action for climate and health. Let's empower the Caribbean.
We now have 18 fellows that are going through this program and really making a difference in the area of climate change and health. We saw the need to empower professionals with different disciplines from different sectors. And that is the critical thing, is we're building a network of climate change and health professionals from 16 different countries that can come together and support each other and help each other to really forward this incredibly important issue of understanding the health consequences of climate change.
There hasn't been a lot of conversation around climate and health nexus before this program started. I've been in climate for a while and I've never really given any serious thought to how those two things correlate. We tend to only think of health after a hazard has become a disaster and cleanup and the health services, their role becomes quite obvious. But there are things to take into consideration in the vulnerability of the health sector. We can see that with COVID, and then we had ash, and we had all the hurricane happening in Barbados. So there are climate elements happening at the same time as other major health elements. Needed that signal the need to build resilience in the health sector.
This fellowship is unique from all educational experiences in that it is practical, it is hands-on, and we're able to form connections and form relationships with like-minded individuals from other countries that we may not have necessarily ever met or worked with. It is unique because the fellows are diverse. They're from different islands, they're from different backgrounds, but they're also from different professional areas, but also they have different interests. And it's very unique to find a group of people that are so diverse, that work so well together. And that's because we all have a common focus, a common driver, and that is to be able to make this region resilient to climate change.
It's also really critical, actually, from a health sector perspective, that we put things in place so our health systems are protected.
We don't link the two things together. We see them as a health challenge or a climate challenge, but very rarely do we see them as both things. And I think this program has very nicely been able to lend to pulling those two elements together and allowing people to see that the climate crisis affects health, and then that brings it down to the individual level to see how the individual impact looks and how how we are impacted by it and how we need to take some steps to address that.
And that's what this project, this European Union funded project, is all about, is strengthening climate resilient health systems in the Caribbean.
Take action for climate and health. Let's empower the Caribbean. Take action for climate and health. Let's empower the Caribbean.